Initializing recap.
So you guys begin your journey back to the Cube, which is the human civilization settlement in the Casamol system, and also the home of the Oversight Guild, which you had specifically taken this contract from. Victor begins the docking process, and he turns to you guys and he says, "We're gonna be at dock for a while between getting Satir right as rain and fixing the shit up after this terror attack. We're gonna have some time, so hit the tavern." You walk over to the contract terminal and it's populating with all these jobs. There's probably like 80 or 90 of them.
Hit a random 5,000 and just hit accept immediately.
As soon as you do, job no longer available. And you notice that like every time that happens, a few more jobs disappear. You're down to like 27. The jobs now go down to 2. There are 2 remaining jobs on the board. On your way there, you hear, hey, wait up, as a little voice comes from behind you guys. Hi, I'm Thimble.
I know one of our contracts was for the admin. Do you have anything to do with that?
Yeah, I think there's a few admin contacts. Actually, they should probably be a bunch. We haven't had a tavern dock in ages.
They all disappeared quickly today. Are you sure?
It's pretty much the story of the Cube. Our communication system is garbage. So there's a good chance we might just have to send a tech over and reboot the tavern console. You must be the tavern guys, yeah?
Yeah, that's us.
All right, perfect. So we got a little bit of a situation here. That's a bomb, right? And he points to a small package that has been fixed onto the surface of one of the exhaust ports. You pull the last wire and the bomb, whatever was holding it on there, like the magnetism or whatever, just kind of drops off and the bomb falls into your hand. Deactivated and disarmed. Freg covers the microphone and he looks at Greg and he says, shoulder or leg? Let's do shoulder. And he says, shoulder or leg? And Freg goes, we'll do leg. And they draw their pistols and shoot each other, once in the shoulder and Freg in the leg, and they drop to the ground, and Freg reactivates his comms and he says, "We're under attack! We've been shot! They have a bomb!"
Recap complete.
Welcome back to No Quest for the Wicked. It's been a while since we've played, but you don't know that, so that's all right. Gentlemen, I have 2 questions for you. Are you ready to rock?
Always. More nervous than anything, because despite all this time between last time we played and now, I still have no fucking idea what I want to do.
Slightly less determined than last time? Okay, are you ready to roll?
I will answer that not with an answer, but with... Did you hear the dice?
There it is. You're in a little bit of a predicament, as you have just been ratted out by your 2 engineering buddies aboard the Cube. You were sent down here on a contract to investigate a suspicious package. It turned out to be a bomb on one of the reactor exhaust ports of the Cube space station. And when you finally disarmed it, Greg and Freg, your engineering contacts, had shot each other and then said that you were the ones who planted it. And they are currently on the ground on either side of you. One got shot in the shoulder, one got shot in the leg, and they're both just kind of looking at you. What would you like to do?
Well, first, I'd like to clear the record, or set the record straight here. We were not ratted out. We were accused. We were framed.
Tomato, tomato.
We're set up.
I don't know. When we go to court, we need to have this very clearly stated.
Merrick's 2 hands, his hands number 3 and 4, literally taking notes of everything that's happening as it happens up to this point.
And I believe Durrin's still holding the bomb, so he's just kind of looking left to right, and it's just
Yeah,
No.
you're definitely still holding the bomb.
No, he didn't, Cody says. And he kind of walks over to Freg. Is Freg shot in the shoulder or the leg?
I think it was shoulders.
Are you okay? He kind of just still doesn't believe what's going on, so he's going to do that's a nat 20. God damn it. Medicine check? Because I guess he's just did they actually shoot? He's just, his mind is blown. He trusted these men we were embracing only a few minutes ago.
They've shot each other. but you can tell with that check that they are like grazing wounds. Like they're real wounds, but they are not life-threatening.
Yeah. I really wish that my bullshit roll that was nothing but flavor wasn't in that 20, and I could have used it on anything else.
The two of them are just kind of like, breathing in pain, but they're not saying anything. But there is sort of like a sinister smile on both their faces.
I look at Merrick and Durrin. Why would they do this?
Merrick goes over to them, kneels down, sort of just faces them. Why would you do this? Who paid you? Was it money? Do we have your family? Is it a political ploy? I'm curious.
Merrick, I hate to speed things along, but we kind of have a situation right now.
You can't rush this. Greg?
Oh, okay.
While this is happening, I rolled a 14 perception just because, I guess now that Cody's finally realizing that they're kind of being set up, I want to know if we can hear people, approaching the position.
Not at the moment, no. Merrick, you were doing something? Did you roll, or was that...
No, I was just speaking to them. I'll roll diplomacy if I want to add numbers to my words.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 20 non-natural.
Cool. When you're usually pretty convincing and charismatic, and your whole thing is getting to the root of the matter and opening people up. These people are blank, other than this sinister smile. And who are you talking to, Greg or Freg right now?
Greg.
Greg reaches up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Do you do anything? Do you let him do this?
Yeah, it's fine.
And you feel his hand tighten around your robe, and he pulls you in, and he begins muttering something. And it's short bursts. And it's, what languages do you speak?
That is $1 million question. I believe it is just Common and Kasathan.
Cool, so he's saying shit in languages or language that you don't know, but then he gets to Kasathan, and he says the word reckoning. And then he goes back to saying a bunch of other words, and then in Common, you make it out again. He says reckoning.
Should we call the captain?
How much time do we think we have?
Not much.
Greg begins saying it louder, and now Freg is doing the exact same thing in the exact same rhythm in the same languages. And you can tell they're rotating through different languages, all of them being different. So once it hits Yosoki, Durrin, you clock that he says reckoning. And any other languages you guys might speak, it'll be reckoning, and then nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing, and then reckoning. They're getting louder and louder as they do that, and their faces are now starting to get red, and the veins are starting to bulge on their forehead.
Have we actually disabled the bomb? Should we double check that?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I want to record a soundbite of them saying reckoning in all these different languages.
Sure.
And while he's doing that, I think I'm going to take a look at the bomb a little bit more, see if there's anything I can do with it that would maybe benefit us in some way.
Yeah, give me an engineering check.
17.
It's a bomb. I don't know what specifically, you could plant it somewhere else and use it if you wanted to. But it's a disabled bomb that you now have possession of.
Is there something I can remove from it to make it completely inert? It was almost comical that someone would put it somewhere.
So you could, because it's disarmed, you can essentially, remove the explosive payload from, the detonation device and the triggering device and, all the wires out. You can literally, separate it into its individual parts.
Okay. I think I'm going to start doing that and just start pulling it apart, and anything that's relatively dangerous, I'm just going to shove it into my cheek pouch.
Do we just run?
Should we call the captain? I feel like we're not having enough urgency in this situation.
I feel like we should just leave. We don't have any evidence to support our case right now. They're not going to listen when they have 2 employees of the Cube. They're not going to believe us.
Is there any way we could do... Because they deleted the camera footage while we were fiddling with the bomb, right?
You don't know that.
Well, I think, didn't you say that last time? Anyway,
No,
is
you
there?
guys assumed it.
Oh, is there a computer nearby that we can maybe try to?
Freg
get at?
had like a tablet, like a diagnostics tablet.
Okay. I guess Cody is gonna try and like do a computer's check to see
Sure.
if he can get that back or get it. Oh shit! Yeah, that's a 21.
Perfect. You grab Freg's tablet, and he doesn't even try to like stop you because they're currently just like reckoning. And you open it up, and it's just on like a website search engine.
Can I try to do anything with it?
Yeah, it's a tablet. Yeah.
Okay, so like with a 21, I assume I can, do some good computer things. So maybe try to find any evidence on like who they are or whether they've done anything, like any incriminating evidence, who they are,
Sure.
anything that'll like help us out.
It is a consumer personal tablet. It has nothing to do with engineering. It's not admin standard. It's nothing.
Mhm.
And
But-
whatever he was doing on it was nothing.
All right,
Oh my god.
It was a prop.
cool.
Okay.
And at this point, Greg and Freg are now screaming and stop. They one final reckoning, and all of a sudden a silver liquid begins dripping out of their nose and their mouth and their eyes and their ears, and they tip over, dead.
I assume we recognize that as the same liquid that was on the ships.
It looks suspiciously familiar, yes.
Cody is backing away quite quickly from that. I don't think we should be here.
You can tell as you look at it, it's not staying,
Mhm.
and it's corroding into their face. Like where it's landing, it's almost like its acid is now burning into them, and the silver liquid is gone, but these horrible burns on their face where it's come out remain.
Do I need a medicine check to see if they're alive?
Oh no, they're dead. It is very obvious that they are dead. Give me perception checks, everyone.
Well, there we go.
15.
Okay.
19.
Ooh.
6.
Perfect. Durrin and Merrick, you both now hear the sounds of footsteps further down in the corridors. And it's like sounds of boots moving quickly.
All right, friends, we have to make a decision. Do we stay here and argue our case, or do we run?
Can you explain that? And I point at the burns on their face.
I don't think the fact that there's acid in their skin is going to be enough to say, hey, we didn't do it. Don't like acid.
That's what I mean.
I think running, despite how incriminating it may look, may be our best bet.
Is there an exit out of this room besides where the boot sound is coming from?
Yes, so this is like a big ring, or I guess a square around the station. You came in from like a service elevator down a hallway, so just behind you. So you could go back up the elevator if you wanted to.
Okay, take the bomb with us, and we just run, I guess.
Yeah, let's just go.
Just for clarity's sake, I'm pretty sure the bomb is in Durrin's mouth currently. Yes,
I think all the bad parts are right.
The bad bits are I left whatever refuge or whatever. I just left it there, just in tatters. Hopefully, it looks like just a regular equipment and doesn't look like a bomb. That's kind of my intention. Don't know how it'll work, but we'll see.
There's a bunch of wires but yes, there's nothing there that someone would look at and be like, "This is a bomb."
Yeah, that's more so what I was going for, and trying to get the explosive bits away from this area as fast as possible, and that's what's in my mouth.
I type how to incriminate 3 strangers into the tablet and put it back in his hand. I don't. But I don't take the tablet. I don't that's the only thing I touch, and I definitely leave it behind.
Leave it on incognito mode so they think it's all secret and stuff.
Hell yeah.
It's a good idea. Durrin, do you wear gloves?
As an engineer, I'll leave that to Dane. Would I be wearing gloves?
You tell me, buddy. It's your character.
No, I don't see it happening, unfortunately.
Okay.
No.
Because the big difference between this and normal D&D is we have to worry about things like science.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Do androids have fingerprints?
That's a real question.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fucking deep, dude.
I'm going to wipe the tablet as I put it back with my jacket.
Okay,
and then let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't think 3 people have ever stayed so long at a crime scene before.
I know.
Just dirtling around.
Maybe it's that we started the episode here, but I don't think we had the necessary momentum that I think we needed in this scene. But now I'm fucking bucking it towards the other. I want to get back to Captain Daddy. He'll protect me.
Cool. So you are going back up the service elevator?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So you reach the top of the elevator. I will give you guys a chance to, because this is like something that you can't hurry or whatever, if you'd like to discuss a plan of action or anything in the elevator, now is your time to do it.
Why would they do this to us?
It's reckoning. That's a word. That's a powerful word. It's a word with people with motivation. It isn't an act of a couple individuals. It's an act of a force or a group who have large goals spanning outside of a town or a city or even the cube itself. It's a big word. It's a powerful word.
But
Probably
why us?
religious. Why us?
I think we're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I guess we just get back to the ship and the captain can protect us, right?
Well,
He'll want to know about the silvery liquid anyway.
That's the part that has me hold up. Like everything kind of like makes sense to a degree. Like, oh, we were set up by a group. We were set up by these. Just maybe they were like crazy or something. But the liquid throws me off. I don't see how that connects.
Now they didn't describe us when they called. They just said we're like attacked and someone planted the bomb, right?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, there's probably camera footage somewhere of us getting to this area. So I don't.
And plus, it's probably recorded that we agreed to do this job.
Yeah. Well, back to the ship as fast as we can.
As the elevator reaches its destination, it dings, and a stalwart blade, which is the cube security force, turns around and aims a rifle right at you guys. And he says, "Stop!"
What seems to be the problem, officer?
And the second you say that phrase, a familiar purple haze covers his eyes, and he relaxes, and he drops his weapon. He says, "Darlings, we're being held at the med station on the other end of the atrium. They're holding us under suspicion of Sononan influence. Please help." And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a taser, and hits himself in the neck and crumples to the ground.
Does this man have any grenades, Dane?
He does not.
Too bad.
You fucker.
I guess we should head to the med bay and
We should start booking it.
Yeah.
look at it.
I assume there's nothing. Or I'm gonna search see if he has any like key cards or anything.
No,
like,
it's all biometrics, pretty much.
Well, I cut his hand off.
Do you?
No, I definitely don't.
Now, Dane, did anyone see that happen? See this like straight up security guard just tase himself?
No, you guys are still sort of like in the "you need permission to be here" zone. So he's kind of doing his own thing.
How heavy is he?
He's just a human.
All right, can I roll a medicine check to see how long a tasing lasts?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 16.
He'll probably be with the strength, and like the tasers aren't like our tasers. These are meant more or less from like long distance, not right to your neck sort of situation. So he'll probably be down for like 5-10 minutes.
All right, Merrick's going to pick him up and using like 2 arms on one side of his body, hold him up really straight and try to walk with him like he's a little drunk and use his hand to maybe get through some doors.
Okay, you're going to weekend at Bernie this man.
Yes, we're going to weekend at Bernie's this man. For 5 minutes. I'm keeping a timer.
Okay, well, I will explain, because you guys came through here, I will explain what you're entering into. So after this door, I will let you... It makes sense that you would probably need him to get out, because everyone is kind of gone. Like, Greg and Freg let you into this area, and those people are now dead. So you can definitely use his thumbprint to open the sort of like service maintenance area. But that door leads out into the atrium of the cube, which is this massive kind of open air shopping center, essentially. But it's huge. It's about the size of Central Park. And it's got like rows of offset bars and restaurants and theaters and casinos and shops. And this is sort of the permanent shop district, like the permanent residences of the cube, and most of them are the people who kind of like formed the cube. They were the first people there. And then there's a big kind of gap where the cube lightway is, which is essentially their highway and streets and stuff run through. And in the center of that is a massive white pillar, which is the home to the administration. It's designed to look very similar to the Eris reactors. It is like an homage to the Volai technology that saved them. But I would say you would know that trying to carry this blade through the atrium would cause more
problems than it would
problems. Yes. And by the time you've reached, like, it's going to take quite a while. Like, you can't walk Central Park in 5 minutes. So it would take a while to get to the end where the med bay is.
Merrick can go obscenely fast, so he might actually be able to do it in 5 minutes, but it would be so suspicious that someone's just like, meow, like blasting through and like a insensate guard in 2 of their forearms.
Well, what if the guard's wearing a pair of cool sunglasses?
He did it. He solved it.
No, just use the guard to get the main door open and just ditch the body.
Yeah. Are you doing anything specific with the body?
Do we want to take the uniform?
That's what I was kind of thinking, but I figured it would be too, like, I don't know, like too time consuming. I don't know.
What do you want to do?
Funny.
Like wear the uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take his uniform? Okay, if that's what you'd like to do.
It's also
a bad idea.
Cody's like, this is another crime, right? Stealing from the man.
That's fair. All right, we're not going to help ourselves in court with that one.
Well, how incriminating do you want to be?
Okay.
It's an honest question.
They might blame the tasing on us too, but that wasn't us. And Cody's like looking around as if there were cameras, like in case there are. That wasn't us. Are there cameras?
Give me a perception check.
Nope. It's an 11.
Not that you see.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll just sit him up like by the exit door, like just lean his head against the wall.
Okay.
I leave like a coin or like a credit or whatever in his lap.
Okay, a little cred stick for his troubles.
Yeah.
Cody's gonna like straighten him up, make him like comfy.
All right. You've now spent 5 minutes rearranging him.
All right, I guess into the atrium. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you enter into this like massive open air atrium, and it's kind of business as usual out here. There's cars flying by you. There's a bunch of people shopping. Things going about. It's busy, it's packed, it's crowded, and you start making your way through the atrium. Merrick, please give me a perception check.
That will be a 5.
Oh God.
Fantastic. You guys are making your way through the crowd. Now I'm going to need a perception check from everyone else.
Okay.
I really wish I had any perception.
Yeah, same.
Oh, that's better though. I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Oh, no.
Perfect.
This is going to be good.
Cody and Durrin, you both notice that there is a small squad of stalwart blades making their way directly to you, and they see you.
Oh, fuck.
Do they see us in like, oh, that's them? They've clearly broken the law? Or do they just be like, oh, hey, Cody, what's up? Just as in in passing, like, oh, hey.
No, they're looking for you.
Is there anywhere we could hide? Are we just kind of in the middle of like a concourse? There's people around and shit, right?
Yes, you're essentially in what is like, imagine the alleys or like the rows of a shopping mall, except 4 times bigger.
Okay.
Is there any way I can kind of like lead this band into like perhaps a more stealthy like route, like maybe use my stealth check to help kind of guide them through, like to break eye contact and maybe dodge them in some way?
Sure. So what I'm going to say for this is you're going to roll a stealth check, and they're going to have to do a perception check to follow you.
I feel like while this is happening, Cody's pointing at them going, they see us.
Oh my God. How'd they get there?
Hey guys, I rolled a natural 1 for a 13 total.
So the way we haven't really done this yet. We've done it in combat, but not for skill checks. I'm still going to let you, if you succeed the DC, the way that Pathfinder and Starfinder are intended, like even if you roll 1, you can still succeed. But with a 1, I'm always going to give you a but. In this case, you did not pass the DC.
Cool.
So this is just a real bad failure. And you lead them towards, there's like a group of tourists kind of taking pictures of the admin building, and you lead them to them, but as soon as you do, they disperse, and you're now standing in the largest spot where there's nobody. And it's a very hard thing to do on the cube, especially in the atrium, but because this group has just kind of like left and moved as one, you guys are now just standing right out in the open.
Cool. All right.
Now that they have like a clear line on you, they start like jogging towards you. Give me another set of perception checks.
That's a 4.
That's a 3.
Oh boy.
25.
Party wipe right now.
Durrin, from across the atrium, you hear someone yelling those same words that you heard Greg and Freg doing. And then in Yusoki, you hear, "Reckoning!" And in Common, you hear, "Reckoning!" And then you look over at the transport terminal in which you dropped off the package for Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the men who was the receiver of the package is holding it above his head and then is engulfed in flames as it explodes.
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Oh, okay.
The shockwave of it sends people closest to the edge kind of flying backwards. You guys are hit with that warm blast of a high-powered explosive, and the blades no longer care about you and are now running to help the people who were just in this blast and are now running across the bridge to the other side of the atrium.
Let's get quick inquiry, and I believe it is time for us to leave our short visit on the cube.
I think we need to get them out faster than ever.
And
Let's
it
go.
is chaos has descended upon the cube. People are panicking and running, and you can hear cars crashing into each other as they sort of look to see what the hell just happened. And the lightway becomes this mess of cars and transports, and people are just everywhere. And as terrible of a crime as this is, and as a tragedy as this gives you guys great cover. And you are able to sort of make your way through the atrium with a little bit of cover, because it is just absolute pandemonium.
I guess like Cody just starts to jog. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like pulling the others, just like, let's go.
You get a call, Durrin.
I check it, and who's calling me?
It says, "Do not answer," and then in brackets, Thimble.
I look at it for a second, start to put it away. I'm like, and then I answer it. I'm like,
Durrin, or you see Thimble, and on the screen, she's clearly like hunkered down somewhere, and she says, "Durrin, where are you?"
Can't really say right now. Where are you?
I'm at Admin HQ, and things are going fucking wild here. I don't know what the hell your captain brought in here, but they're losing their minds.
My captain brought in here. We didn't bring anything here.
Well, whatever it is, they keep yelling at him to give it to them. And I don't know what the hell you guys are doing, but whatever it is, it's gonna go real bad for you real quick.
Any context clues? Anything? What are they looking for?
I don't know. What the hell were you guys doing out in space? They hired you for something, right? He's reporting to them. So whatever you guys did out there, you guys brought something back, and they want it really bad, Durrin.
I'll get back to you in a moment. And they just hang up. What do you guys make of that?
Maybe it's the silver stuff we brought back.
Oh, most definitely.
But would it have spread like that?
I don't believe so. I think we've been played. Every one of the contracts we were forced to take, and now I think we're being framed. And I think we got to get them out of there soon.
Yeah, let's get quick inquiry. Is it my understanding, Dane, that the captain is at the admin building, not with quick inquiry?
Correct. Quip and Query and Satir are all at a med station getting Satir fixed up. And Victor Benson, as per Thimble's suggestion, it seems like he is currently at the admin HQ.
How far is the med bay?
So it's on the other end. You're about halfway through the atrium. You need to get to the other side.
And did you say the admin's in the middle?
Yes. You're currently running past the admin building right now.
Okay.
If we're going to tackle the admin building aggressively, we'll need the help of the rest of the crew.
Agreed.
Captain
can look after himself anyway.
As you say that, the upper floor of the admin building explodes, and you see a figure falling out of the window.
No.
And it is Captain Benson.
No!
No.
Can I run, like, towards the body? Like, as fast as I can?
Absolutely you can.
Okay, I fucking pelt it towards there.
As you do, and as you're running, you see that he's not unconscious, and one of his kunai slip into his hands, and he throws it at a car that's passing by, and it hooks into it, and he ends up sort of like slingshotting up and around, and jumps in the car, and throws the dude who's driving it out, and a little like drone parachute pops out of that person, and he begins just kind of like floating down as Victor Benson is now driving this sort of like red convertible sports car along the lightway.
Now, I assume these are in fact hover cars?
Yes.
Okay.
So the way that the travel works is there is this hard light sort of highway that runs crisscross all over. It's kind of like the LA highway nightmare. And there's just like these hard light roads that the cars follow along.
Pretty cool.
So they are flying, but they're set along a set path. They can't just go wherever the fuck they want.
I guess I catch that guy instead then. Just put him down.
He's like very slowly being, so it would take a while.
I guess as I said, Captain could look after himself. Med bay?
Med bay.
Fucking leg it as fast as possible because I feel like everything's exploding.
Yes, so you guys get there with the help of the chaos of the cube currently, and you arrive at the med station. And when you get there, you note that there is a stalwart blade currently guarding the door. If you guys want, you can do perception checks to see what else you see, but I will let you approach this as you will.
Yeah, let's do the perceptions.
Cody's, I guess, still looking up in the sky trying to see where Victor Benson went, because that's a 7.
Oh, I got a 7 too.
I rolled 12.
Yeah, 7 crew.
God, what did you guys roll?
Bad at perception.
7, 7, and 12.
Yeah.
Can we add them all together?
Yeah.
Well, Merrick, it's a good thing you rolled higher than a 10, because that's all you needed to realize that the guy guarding the door is a human that frequents the Maverick as a tavern, and he's one of your regulars.
Oh, good. What's his name?
Angine.
Okay. I'm going to try to approach Angine.
Yeah, you do. And the second he sees you, he pulls up. Sorry, before we do this, what are you and Cody doing, Durrin?
Cody, let's get close. Let's get hidden and see how this plays out.
Okay, I'm right behind you.
And I will attempt a stealth.
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit more information of the geography of the place. Mm-hmm. So it is a 3-story med station. It's not like a big hospital. It's more of a civilian, people go there if they know to go there. This isn't the main medical facility. And that's why taverns prefer it, because it's not packed usually. There is an alley off to the side, and then there is a ramp that leads down into the garage parking area.
Would the alley off to the side be a good spot to kind of hide and listen in to how it's going?
Either or would be good. They're kind of on opposite sides. So the alley is on the left-hand side, and then the parking ramp goes down. So you could hide on where the ramp just starts to dip down, like the barrier there, or you could hide in the alley. So it depends on what you would like to do.
I feel like an alley is just too tropey. Let's do the parking garage.
Okay.
Cody's going to follow. Do you want me to also roll stealth?
Yes.
Okay, because he doesn't know or recognize me, I guess. Or I guess maybe our descriptions will help. Do you have to be trained in stealth?
No,
you don't. That is a 9.
And I got a 32.
Okay.
Can we add them?
Cody, give me a perception check.
Oh God.
If this is over 15, you can
That's
follow
an
Durrin.
18.
Okay.
Oh,
so
shit.
with Durin's expert stealth, a 32 is fucking wild at level 1.
It was natural 20, baby.
Oh, okay, perfect. Always let me know when you do a natural 20. Natural 1s and 20s are important. I know they don't mean anything as, rules is written, but homebrew, I am going to give you guys bonuses when you roll 20s and 1s, or penalties on 1s when you do skill checks. So we're going to scratch Cody's poor rolls off the table.
A beautiful 18 perception. These are rare because I have 1 for perception.
Durrin, you're able to lead Cody flawlessly. You're used to leading one other person in stealth.
Yeah.
And this comes back to you like riding a fucking bicycle. You are completely capable of navigating, weaving in between sort of the parked cars in the area and the streetlights and the vending machines and stuff. And you make it right to the edge of the parking garage. And you're at the lip right before it goes a little too low to see over. You guys are right there as Merrick approaches. And Merrick, as you approach Engine, he raises his weapon and he's like, Merrick, come on, man.
Engine, I don't know what the problem is. I just came to get my friends.
Merrick, don't fucking lie to me, man. We're friends.
Engine, why would I lie to you? The last time we met, you were at the bar. I made you about 7 martinis, and you told me about your whole life. Every bit. Remember that story you told me about that teacher you had that was really mean to you that one time because you loved to paint pictures outside the lines and it really hurt you? I took that to heart. I drew a whole painting outside the lines just for you.
Yeah, man, I know. I told you that because I like you, and that's why this fucking sucks. What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing, Engine? I'm just trying to get my friends.
He shows you footage of Durrin pulling explosives out of his cheek and assembling a bomb.
No.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
Wait. Does the video...
No! It's backwards!
Does the video keep going and, like, they unshoot each other?
It stops as he's, like, putting it together.
Now, is the blood in the background pouring into the wounds?
Engine, look. I could stand here and try to explain myself, but sadly, my friend, I don't have time. I don't want to hurt you. Very much so. We shared stories that night. You spoke of art classes, and I spoke of brutal training in the desert sun. One-on-one. What do you think happens here?
He settles into his feet. He like gets a little lower and braces his rifle on his shoulder. And he's like, "Look, man, I took an oath. I swore to protect the cube, and I don't want to do this. And if I die, I die. That's why I took the job. But I can't let you do this. So either you tell me what happened, honestly, or I'll shoot."
We're being set up. Set up. We just got back here. We were sent on admin duty. We did the job the right way, but now we're being hunted. Since we docked, the quests we were offered have been altered. Everything has been thought out, and we're just scapegoats here. Just scapegoats. Look at me. Look at me. Do you think I would give up family, my clan, my tribe just to become some wannabe terrorist?
Give me a diplomacy check.
While this is happening, I kind of like look at Durrin and like I guess pull out one of my like cable ties and shrug. Like I don't know what to do, but like, are we gonna do something if it goes wrong? Is what I'm trying to get across.
25.
And I think I'm gonna give him like a little hand motion to be like, nothing is gonna go wrong.
You see Engine, he was, his hand was on the trigger, and he's a trained soldier. So that doesn't happen unless he's going to shoot. And you see him relax, and he lowers the gun, and he says, "Merrick, I got to call this in.
Give me 5 minutes.
That's all I can give you. You got 5 minutes. They're on the 3rd floor. Go."
Thank you, Engine. I'll never forget you. And then I signal to Cody and Durrin, and we head inside, and we rush to the 3rd floor.
With that footage, I don't think he'd let me in.
I really like Engine.
Okay, I'll go in by myself.
So Cody and Durrin, if you feel like that's not a safe option for you, you can look down in the parking garage. You can see a service elevator.
Okay.
I'm following Durrin's lead at this point. Like, he led me here. Cody's just kind of out of his depth right now.
Okay.
Yeah, especially like, I guess to me, if a guard saw that footage, like, it's different that Merrick's going in this way. I don't think I have that option. Cody might. I don't think I would be able to.
Okay.
I'm following you, Durrin.
All right, service elevator it is, and hopefully try to keep pace with Merrick and give him support when we can.
Sure. So Merrick, you enter into the building and you realize that it has been evacuated for the most part. There's a few doctors, and they know you too. Like, you've been hurt on contracts and had to come here to get patched up. So like, they know you. But I don't think they don't have the intel that the Blades do. So they don't really know what's going on, other than they've been warned that they're going to get hit with a shit ton of people because people are getting hurt right now. Like, there's an attack on the cube. So they're not really paying any attention to you. They're preparing for an influx of really bad cases.
Cool. I'm just being swift, trying to be conspicuous.
Sure. So you can go up the stairs or the elevator?
I'll take the stairs.
Okay. Durrin and Cody, what are you doing?
I guess we're just going in the elevator. We heard them say 3rd floor, right?
Yep.
I guess when we get in, Cody just pushes 3rd floor.
Cool.
Can we like stand on either side of the door where like we won't be immediately visible, just in case there's another guard waiting, and maybe we'll have a minute or a second to do something?
Of course.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Or I guess you are the sneaky boy, so you can take charge here.
All right. After you hit floor 3, and as it's going up, right as floor 2 passes, hit the emergency stop and start going through the top of the elevator.
Okay.
Oh.
The second I do it to the button, the second he gives me the finger, that sounds weird. Second he gives me the nod, I hit the emergency stop.
Perfect. Okay. So the elevator jerks to a halt and those little red lights come on and you're able to scurry up the top. That's not a problem. But you're now going to have to do some climb checks, or I guess athletics checks. Actually, no, there'd be like a service ladder there that you'd be able to climb. So you can see that there's a service hatch that goes to the roof, or you can try to do something to open the 3rd floor elevator thing.
And 3rd floor is the top floor, right?
Yes.
Cody points at the roof and shrugs. Are there any vents?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to look for.
Yeah, I'll say there's a vent.
Every single Die Hard that Cody's ever watched is making him really want to get in those vents.
I think Durrin gives you a knowing nod.
Cody like reaches down and fist bumps you.
Fist bumps right back.
Into the vents, I guess.
You guys climb up to the 3rd floor, and just above the elevator there is a set of vents. But Cody, I'm sorry, only small creatures could fit through there.
No. Can I like unscrew my arms and just like worm it down?
No, you're too big for this because this is a space world and vents aren't big enough for people.
Well, I was thinking in the future they're going to need even more ventilation.
Just bigger vents.
Exactly. Everything gets bigger. It's like burgers now versus burgers 20 years ago, right?
Unfortunately, not in this med station.
Okay. You've broken Cody's heart. He, I guess, gives Durrin a hand in. And should I go to the roof?
No. Go to 3rd floor. Go help Merrick.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try to open the 3rd floor door.
And I'll offer you support from the vents if I can. Give me the signal if anything goes wrong.
Stay safe.
So, Cody, I'm going to need a computers check.
Well, shit.
Or an engineering check to open these doors.
Brute force.
If you want to do a strength check, you can also brace yourself on the ledge and try to just fucking haul these doors open.
I'll try the computers first. That's a 17.
Yeah. This is a service thing. It's not difficult to get these boys open, and a 17 is more than enough to do it. The service elevator doors slide open. Merrick, you have reached the top of the 3rd floor stairs, and you get to the door with the 3 on it. What would you like to do?
I want to put my ear to it to see if I can figure out what's going on the other side.
Sure, give me a perception check.
13.
You hear Quip yelling, "We ain't do anything, you idiots! I'm going to tear you apart!"
Oh no.
I open the door.
Yes, you open the door, and down the hall in a hospital room, you can see Satir still in a bed, and Quip and Query currently standing off against two very large robots.
I get ready to fight some robots, I think.
They're down the opposite end of the hall, and as you open up, you see the elevator door on the other end of the hallway. So you're on one end of the hallway. At the very end of the hallway is the service elevator. You see those doors open, and the hospital room that they're in is beside the service elevator where Cody is.
All right, I start moving towards it, trying to be sneaky, I guess.
All right, well then you're gonna have to give me a stealth check.
I assume I see all this,
Yes.
right?
You guys see each other. You don't see the room. You can hear Quip yelling, but you can't see the room for where you are.
Okay, I gesture, I kind of shrug and I crawl out of the elevator slowly.
Merrick, what was your stealth check?
4.
Okay. You step out into the hallway, and the door behind you slams shut. And because the thing has been evacuated, it echoes throughout. And Quip and Query now look up and see you, and the robots sort of go, bloop, bloop, activity detected on the floor. Investigating. And one of the drones, big robots, and they're this big domed, they almost look like those domed garbage cans, and they're on these small 4-caster wheels with a red display on the front, and they're this soothing blue. And one of them begins wheeling out of the room. And Cody, you now see one of these robots now wheeling out in front of you, and as it turns, you're on your hands and knees crawling out of the elevator, and it looks down at you and it says, "Activity detected. Intruder detected. Initiating restraining procedures." And these two arms shoot out of the side of it, and straps drop out into their hands, and you guys are going to have to roll initiative. Hello, Space Jam Dane here. Thank you very much for listening to episode 3. It is so awesome for you to be joining us once again. We hope you are enjoying the episode. We hope you are excited to see what happens. I did warn you, things get wild. And again, no spoilers, but things continue to get wild. This will be a short one. I do have some exciting news, though. First and foremost, thank you for everything you guys have done with our launch, following us on Instagram and Twitter and everything like that. It is really, really great, the response that we've had on our first 2 episodes. We were in the iTunes charts in the UK, US, and Canada. Canada, we were almost in the top 10 of games podcasts for the first week that we launched, and going into the second week as well. And that is all thanks to you. So thank you very much for recommending us, sharing us, telling your friends about us. It's amazing. It is all that we can ask. And we are so very grateful for all of the amazing feedback that you guys have given us. If you do want to reach out to us and want to engage with us and see what we're up to, you can follow our social medias at NoQuestCast. That is for both Instagram and Twitter. We've also started a Discord and a subreddit. It is, again, NoQuestCast. In order to find our Discord, head over to our website at noquestcast.com, and then join the chat. We have places where you can talk about the episodes. You can talk to us about things. We're going to start just a general Starfinder chat if you want to talk about the system as well. From what we've seen, y'all are very cool, and we would like to foster that community as much as we can, because we love you very much. After the way you guys have treated us on our launch, there's no other way to say it. Second on the docket, I just want to say I'm going to need a bunch of NPC names coming up. So if you want to add your name to the NPC pool, all you need to do is follow us on either Twitter and Instagram. Again, that's at NoQuestCast. Anytime I need an NPC name, I look through the followers and grab names and stuff out of that. Also, a great way to do it is if you use the hashtag NoQuestCast to talk about the show on any of the platforms. I will also search those, and anyone posting about us kind of gets bumped to the the top. So if you do want your name as an NPC name, could end up being a fan favorite character. Who knows? Either follow us or talk about us on whatever platform that you want. Also, the Discord is a great place. I look at like all of our social media to get inspiration for our NPC names, and I'm going to need a lot of them. So there's a very good chance that your name could end up in the show. And finally, and most excitingly, is that a word? It is now. We are doing a little event. I believe we're calling it No Rest for No Quest, which means throughout the entire month of February, we are going to be releasing episodes weekly instead of bi-weekly. So our regular schedule and our schedule for the foreseeable future will be every other week on Wednesdays. But for the month of February, because of how great you guys have treated us, we want to reward you with as many episodes as we've got. So we will be doing a weekly episode starting on February 2nd. Every Wednesday in February will be a new episode. Again, this isn't a sustainable content release for us. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort for scheduling and editing and recording and everything. So we will, once we get into March, we will be going back to bi-weekly. But for the month of February, there will be an episode every week, which means 4 episodes that month. And that is just our little way of saying thank you very much for your support. We adore you. We can't thank you enough. And if you continue to enjoy the show, please continue sharing it and following us and recommending it to your friends. Also, if you'd like to leave us a review on either Spotify or iTunes, that would help us out immensely. That is all the business and housekeeping that I have to do. So please enjoy the rest of the episode.
Damn it. I'm like cursed. All my rolls suck.
Same.
I rolled an 18.
Oh.
Well, it's great, but you're in the vent.
I know. Don't worry, I have a plan.
I got a 12.
I got a 6.
I rolled a 6.
My initiative is just 1.
I swear to God, if I end up being entangled again, my whole aim for this session was to not get stuck to my own butt again.
So oddly enough, Durrin, you hear all this happening in the vents, and you get to go first.
Okay. I'm going to try to make my way to the room that Quip and Query are in.
Yeah, so you are pretty much right above it, more or less.
Okay.
Because you went in through the service elevator, and that was right beside their room. So nice. Through the vent, you can see out into the hall. So you can't see Cody, but you can see Merrick down the hall, and then you can see into their room, and you can see Quip and Query, but you can't see Satir's bed, but you can also see the other robot that's in the room. Okay,
shit. Well, I had a plan, but the robot fucked it up. They look restrained, right? I'm assuming that's the case.
No, so they are just kind of like in a standoff with them. Usually, Query would just mind control things, but they're robots. And Quip doesn't have his arsenal with him right now.
Okay. Do I have enough room? I probably don't, because I have a sniper rifle. There's no way I can take aim while in the vents. There's probably not enough room.
No, there's no way you could get an angle on them with a two-handed weapon.
I assumed so. Shit. All right, is there anything in the vents that it could make of use?
No, they are completely clean, but you do see that they stretch, the entire length of the floor in different directions. So you can get into other rooms if you wanted to. You can see it turning down. So the way the layout is currently, there's the staircase and the main elevator that is on Merrick's side. Mm-hmm. Then there are hospital rooms all down that side. This hallway, okay. And then at the end of the hallway, it goes into almost like a T shape, and that's where the service elevator and Cody is. To the left of Cody is the room with Satir. To the right, you're not sure, but the vents go through every one of the rooms and down to where Merrick is, and then they also go in the T shape along into over the service elevator and into the room beside it.
Okay. I think I'm going to make my way, and you can let me know if I don't have enough actions to do this or not. I'm going to make my way in the vents to go into a room that is completely empty.
Yep.
And just let my firearm go off in there. Like not my my rifle per se, but just my my pistol, my laser pistol. Just let it go off and hopefully draw the robot towards there.
Okay, cool. What direction would you like to go? You can go to the right of the elevator, which you don't know, or you can go down towards Merrick into one of the hospital rooms.
Let's go to the room across from the elevator.
So to the right of okay, cool. So as you go that way, you see into it, and it seems to be some sort of office. This isn't a hospital room. It is a administration room or some sort.
Okay. And then I'm just going to let my pistol go off and make maybe a pseudo distraction.
Sure. You hear one of the robots go, "Firearm discharge detected. Entering into aggression mode."
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
And the straps retract back into the hand, and two blades come out, and a blade on one hand and a cannon on the other.
Now, is it looking away from me when it's doing this?
No, it still sees you.
Hey,
it knows you didn't fire the thing, but it has changed modes.
I'm sorry. There was a beautiful plan in my head, and it wasn't this.
It is now the robot's turn, and the one that is currently facing you, Cody, aims down and says, "You have a chance to surrender. Please put your hands on your head." And then the one in the room with Quip and Satir, it says, "Please remain where you are. You are still being detained. I must go investigate further disturbances." And it wheels out and past Cody, and it begins going to the office. And the one that's currently aiming at you, Cody, readies an action.
Aw.
And it's your turn.
Cody is going to put his hands on his head, I guess, or he's going to look at like as he's doing it slowly, look at everybody he knows in eyesight and be like, yeah.
You look at Query, and she nods very subtly and very calmly. Quip looks furious, and he's making tearing motions at you. And Merrick, you can let me know what you're conveying to Cody.
A lot of confusion.
Oh, not as much as I'm feeling.
All I saw was Cody rip open an elevator door, and then a gunshot went off nearby. So that's what you're getting. I'm just confused, trying to process what's going on.
Just gonna put my hands above my head, I guess, but I'm gonna ready an action.
Ooh, okay. Well, thankfully, you're not going to take this attack from the robot because you're complying. Merrick, it's your turn.
So the robot that's targeting Cody, it's right in front of him, right?
Yep.
And is the elevator door still open a little bit?
It is, yes.
Can I sprint at this robot and try to push it down the elevator shaft with Cody acting like, how in elementary school we used to stand behind them and then someone would push you and you trip over them as they're knelt down?
Oh my God, I love it.
This is what I can run real fast.
You can run so fast.
Absolutely. So what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be rolling an attack roll. You're trying to beat their kinetic AC +8.
Oh God, I don't know if I can do that, but we'll try. It's too funny not to do. Do I get a bonus for rushing?
It's the same as Pathfinder, so +2 and then minus to AC.
Okay.
So that's a 20 non-natural.
A 20. You
do I get a bonus for Cody kneeling there?
Can I aid?
You know what? You readied an action? Yes, I'm going to let you aid. So you're going to be rolling, because you're prone, technically, I'm going to say you have to hit a 10, but you're going to be taking a -2 to your roll here.
Okay, and is it just a flat roll, or am I attacking?
Add your attack bonus.
Okay. That's a 10 on the money.
Oh.
It's a -2, right?
-2, yes.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Fuck. Okay. Well, you did it. So you needed to beat a 21.
Oh god.
But I mean, it's like a perfect moment to aid because you could just like bend down and be that like that trip, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We make eye contact.
You see Merrick activate his jet boots as he fucking just soars down this hallway, and you see each other, and this is such like an 80s prank that you know exactly what's about to happen. Merrick, what does this look like? What do you do?
So I'm just going full force. I'm making eye contact with Cody.
Cody's like nodding in slow motion.
All forearms are sort of like up in the air, like just about to give this guy the biggest push of all time. So yeah, charging down, all forearms, and boom.
And you like it because of this like weird center of balance it has. It just has like those little 4 caster wheels. It's not on treads or anything, so it's so fucking easy to tip this thing over. It just goes like it hits the side of the elevator, and you hear it say, "Activating falling procedures," as it just bong 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 bong. You just hear it fucking like ping ponging down the elevator shaft, and a small explosion.
Oh dear. That's my turn.
Boys, I found my favorite moment of the podcast.
Durrin, it's your turn. You're currently above this office, and you can
just
hear
some confusing shit.
yeah, but you can hear that there is currently a robot on it. Like you can see through the office window, like the shuttered blinds, that there is a robot outside of the door now because of your gunfire.
Okay. So the next part of my plan was to scurry over to the vents and back to Quip and Query's room and try to drop my gun into the room for them.
Okay. So give me an engineering check to see if you can pry open the grate. It is a very, very easy check.
I got a 24.
Yeah, that is more than enough. Your little like clawed hands make a perfect like screwdriver for these very simple screws. You pop it open and you're sending down your rifle.
No, not my rifle, just my handgun.
All right, perfect. You drop it down and Quip catches it, and you just hear him go, "Oh yes, those stupid buckets of bolts," and he runs out of the room. And I guess I need to roll initiative for Quip here. Okay, he's going to be going before Cody. And it is the robot's turn. It smashes open the administration door and enters and looks around and then sees nothing and says, "Threat not detected. Returning to restraining mode." And the fucking straps come back out and goes out into the hall and sees Quip with his gun out in the hallway. And it is Quip's turn, and he's just gonna fucking open fire on this bitch. Yeah, that's gonna hit. And that won't hit. What is it's 1d4, right?
Yeah, 1d4 fire.
Okay. Cool. He does 4 points of fire damage to the robot.
Oh, fuck yeah.
As he's just laughing maniacally as he's just shooting this robot. And now it's your turn, Cody.
I guess punch time. Cody's just like high off the adrenaline and also probably really hurt having one of those. I assume they're heavy, but he's just gonna surge up and like run over and like clock this thing.
Hell yeah.
He also kind of wants to take it out before it puts the straps away. Fuck. That's an 11.
Unfortunately, 11 will not do it.
I assume because it's like a circular, it just like clings, like just slides off him.
Exactly what happened. Yeah, you go and punch him, and it's just this round, solid metal thing. And yeah, it means nothing to him that he's just been punched in no discernible face or anything. Merrick, it's your turn.
All right. The little ball of black light around Merrick's head is going to go into his palm and form a blade of light. And I'm going to try to get up to this robot in his business.
All right. Durrin, it's your turn.
I think I'm going to make my way out of the vent into this room now.
Into the room with Satir?
Yeah, with Satir and Query.
Yep. You can do that. That'll be your move action.
Yeah, I'll do that and be like, what the hell is going on?
Well, darling, we were going to ask you that as well, because we were here doing very simple medical things, getting the tear up right as rain. And now we are currently being threatened and told that we're acting under the Zenonin Empire. So, Mr. Durrin, why don't you tell me what the hell is going on here?
My contact mentioned something about we brought something onto the ship, and that's what they want. But I wouldn't know what that is.
Well, there are two things that we brought onto the ship since our last visit. The silver liquid and Cody.
I'm seeing that silver liquid much more often than I wanna, so I'm gonna assume that for now.
Well then, we should rendezvous with the captain and get the hell out of Dodge.
Can you carry Satir?
Oh, Satir is fine. He's just sleeping. And she goes over and she slaps Satir, and he wakes up and he gets out of bed. He's still like a little banged up, but like magic is a thing in this world, so a small wound is nothing. He was just resting.
Oh, okay. I'm a little speechless currently. And I guess I'll like nod at that and start getting close to the door with my other action and just kind of watch the hallway and maybe get set up for a shot eventually.
Okay. It is the robot's turn, and he's going to say, hostile action detected, entering aggression mode. And the cannon and the blade come back out, and he's going to take a shot at Quip. That's not great. No, not great at all. And it goes completely wide and just shatters the window in the back. And Quip is currently just like still laughing and like kind of dancing and being like, "You can't hit me, you stupid bucket of bolts. You're useless. I hate you."
Poor Angine outside. Yeah, he's regretting everything.
So Quip just rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, doesn't really do much. It does 2 points of fire damage because he rolled a 1.
But isn't he on fire now?
True.
Burn damage.
I believe you have to make a burn check.
That's true, yeah.
Do I have the rules in front of me? No.
It's a DC 12 for my gunch gun to not go on fire.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to roll that D4. Well, that's another fucking 1. So he does 3 points of fire damage to this big old robot boy. Cody, it's your turn.
All right. Cody's going to try and like get a different angle on it and like get out of the way of the fire. So he's going to like dip around to the side and try to like just hit it in different places. He really just didn't like being made surrender. So he's trying to do something. That's a 15.
15 will do it.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think it would.
No, they're big, non-agile boys. 7
points of damage, as I guess he finds a good spot and like maybe just like slams down on the top of it like hammer fists. Now that he knows that like punching it's just gonna slide off.
All right,
just around the side, just like bonking down on the top of it.
Yeah, you do that, and it leaves a pretty solid dent, and you hear the robot go, activating mode. And it's not doing well. Merrick, it's your turn.
Awesome. Merrick goes into photon mode, so he's like a bit of red light surrounds him, and he swings his saber of black light for a 15.
Yep, that'll do it.
Awesome. For 7 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
How do you destroy this boy, Merrick?
Ooh. Merrick sees the damage that Cody's sort of laying into it. You know, it goes into photon mode, and with a quick strike, takes the head of the robot off.
Yeah, perfect. So you just kind of bisect it right in the top, and the dome part. His body keeps going, and the dome just kind of like falls off, and it just keeps rolling forward. And Quip is like, yes, do it. And it keeps going, and he gets out of the way, and it just hits the side of the window and tips out the window that it broke earlier. And you hear another soft explosion.
Hi, guys. Hello, family.
Well, about time. Also, what the hell is happening? What are you guys doing?
We're being set up.
Where's the captain? He should have been here by now.
He didn't know about the medic bay. He's probably on his way to the ship.
Well, I mean, Vic is at HQ, right? He's dealing with the guild at administration.
There was an explosion, and then he jumped into a car and he drove away.
He got blown out a window and hijacked a car, and the man floated safely to the ground.
Quip, Query, and Satir are all just staring at you with like their mouths open.
How fucked do you think the situation is? It's multiplied quite a few times.
Quip looks at you and says, "Did you say that admin blew up?"
Part of it, yeah.
And a man in the crowd. And we've been accused of setting a bomb. And I think we had 5 minutes, right? Cody's checks his watch, I guess.
We have to go now.
They're going to be calling this in.
Well then, darlings, I say that we should probably skedaddle, yes?
Yes. Satir, are you okay? And Cody gives him the thumbs up, quizzically.
Satir gives you a thumbs up back.
Cody sighs in relief.
You can tell he winces a little bit in pain as he lifts the shoulder that he got impaled on, but he's doing okay.
So they're not armed?
Quip and Query has blades. But I guess Satir's still not top shelf, and they didn't really know what was going on, so they didn't really want to start a fight with things.
Basically, I just I have my Gulch gun, and I guess I offer it to them.
No, now that we're all together, we should be fine. As long as we have no more pesky robots, I can take care of... I assume you got the message I sent, yes?
Yes.
Yes, it was very helpful.
Just before we head down into the market, if someone starts saying reckoning in many languages, they might be about to explode, so be careful.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for that piece of terrifying information.
Cody, smiles. All sarcasm lost on him.
How would you guys like to exit the med station?
Jump out the window.
That's 3 floors up. I guess through the front door.
Yeah, so you can take you can call the service elevator back up. You can take that down. You can take the regular elevator, or you can take the stairs that you took, Merrick, which would bring you to the front. The service elevator will bring you back down to the parking garage.
Maybe we should take the service elevator.
That sounds good.
Is the service elevator working currently?
You would have to do a computer's check to call it.
Okay.
But yes.
All right. Yeah,
also, you could just drop down into it as well, because the third floor doors are open. So you could just climb down into it and resume service and take it down too, depending on what you want to do.
Okay, I'll leave it up to the crew.
How long has it been?
You can guess that it's probably been about 3 minutes or 5 minutes. You do not have much time here.
Let's just jump down into the service elevator.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you guys all make it down. Satir takes a little longer with his arm, but he makes it down without too much trouble. And you reactivate the elevator and take it back down to the garage. And when the doors open, you are met with Vic Benson sitting in his newly acquired red convertible sports car. And he says, "Oh, thank God. I was just about, I was coming here to get you guys. I assume you know everything has gone absolutely fucking sideways, yes?"
Correct.
To shit.
Yeah, to shit, Junkie. Now I need to know, do any of you know what the hell is happening?
We have an idea, but the why and the who are answers we don't know.
We've been framed.
Yes, it would seem as so, but it seems it might be worse than that. We have some big problems. And he opens up his tablet and pulls the screen up so that it's like a holographic projector. And it currently says, "Wanted, enemies of the cube." And it's the faces of Victor Benson, Merrick, Durrin, and Cody.
And Durrin gets real quiet and just is clearly unhappy with this.
Cody kind of looks at it and has a strange expression. He's like, "They're sending this out everywhere?"
Well, I'm on the cube, yeah.
Alf might see it.
We need to get to the ship, Captain.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me that, but there's a good chance our ship is locked down. We ain't getting out of there unless we can figure something out. First, and as he says that, you hear sirens outside.
We have to go.
He looks at you guys and he says, "Look, this ain't the best idea, and I know, Cody, you're probably going to think this is being a hero, but this is just kind of what we got to do. Satir, Quip, Query, you hang back here. You're not the ones wanted." And he points over to a medevac vehicle, and he says, "You guys take that out. Get to the ship. The 4 of us, we're the ones they want. So we're going to lead them off. We're going to drag them away. That'll give you a chance to escape. You understand? And the three nod, and they make their way over to the med thing. And then Quip runs back, and he says, oh, yeah, I help myself to these. And he throws you guys a med kit. And inside, there are 6 healing serums Mark 1.
Hell yeah.
2 healing serums Mark 2.
Okay.
And your first special magic item of the adventure. It is an adrenal booster, and 3 times a day it will act as a healing serum Mark 1, and those recharge every day.
Cool. 3 times a day?
3 times a day.
And do we each get one?
No. It's one adrenal booster, and then the serums, as per the ones I just listed.
All right, so do we want to divide them up?
Yeah, I guess 2 Mark 1s each.
Cool.
You boys are going to be farther in front than I am. Go ahead and take the 2 Mark 2s.
Mark 2s, okay.
Yeah,
So
Mark 2 each, and I don't care who holds the special magic one.
Yeah, maybe you take that in case we go down.
Oh, for Durrin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, Benson, you now get a good look at him, and you can see that he's been shot in his shoulder. And he looks at you, Cody, and he says, Junkeep, you know how to drive one of these things?
I believe I do.
Good. And he shuffles over into the back seat and lets you guys get in.
Okay.
Cody's just gone. Just the second everyone's in, he's just like, "Mrrr."
Yeah, I'll take the back seat.
Okay. Where's everyone else sitting?
I'm in the back as well. Because I guess Captain and Cody are in the front, and me and...
Wait, no, so, sorry, if Durrin's in the back, it's a 4-seater. Cap and Durrin are going to be in the back. Merrick, you're going to be the passenger.
Okay, cool.
And sure enough, as you guys speed out, you see that they have been setting up a blockade. And the second you go, the cars that haven't been parked give chase. And you guys are now in a high-speed chase with the stalwart blades of the cube as fugitives.
Oh, dear.
So, some things to note. You guys, Cody, you have a couple options here. One is to get onto the lightway, and the other one is to stay on the back streets. But there is pretty much the difference between the two is the back streets are a little more narrow, but maneuverability is almost impossible. So if they were to block you, you would probably be fucked. On the lightway, you have a ton of different options to move around.
Captain, where to?
I believe it's time for lightweight to the danger zone.
Oh my god, the second Cody hears that, he turns, he meets your eyes even though he's still driving and says, remember boys, no points for second place, and fucking guns it towards the lightweight. Completely forgetting that he asked the captain.
Benson just kind of mumbles something. He's like, well, I would have said the lightweight too, but that's all right. As you pull onto the lightway, you can see that there are 3 cars in pursuit of you right now. There are 2 smaller cars and 1 sort of larger, lightly armored car. Give me some... before we get going, I want to know what you guys know about the lightway and the car that you're in. And in order to do that, everyone can roll engineering checks and computer checks.
Okay.
I don't have either of those, so I won't roll anything.
Can I do a piloting check about the car?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay. Well, I got an 11 computers, but
okay, that's enough for something.
I got a 24 piloting.
Okay, cool.
I got an 11 engineering, but that's a natural 1.
Ooh. Well, I don't really know how I can make this bad. So with 11, you know that the lightway is made of hard light, and it reacts with the propulsion of the vehicles to keep them level, but solid objects can still fall through the lightway.
Okay.
So it's not solid stuff. The only reason it's solid is because of the way, what's used to keep the cars afloat. But if you were to fall out of the car, you would fall through, as you saw from that dude who got thrown out. Cody, with the computers of 10, you know that pretty much every vehicle has an anti-tracking or an anti-theft tracking device installed in it. With a piloting, you know that most vehicles have a safety measure in place that will alert emergency services if they were to somehow break through the magnetic fields that keep people on the lightway.
Okay. I tell everyone this, and I guess I turn to Durrin. I'm like, can you get rid of the tracker?
I'll see if I can find it.
Give me a culture check as well. Someone.
I don't have it.
That is a 10.
10 is enough for this. It's pretty simple. The blades have the ability, their vehicles don't need to stay constrained to the lightway. So they have the ability to fly independently. So yes, so those are the things you know. 1, the lightway is not solid. You can fall through it. 2, there's anti-theft measures. 3, if you were to break through the lightway, there is a device placed in most vehicles that would alert emergency services to their location, and that the blades are they don't need to follow the lightway. So if needs be, they can fly independently.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wherever they want.
Can we fly independently, or is it just like, yes, but it will alert emergency services? Like our car has the capability? No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, every car has the capability, but if you're on the lightway, unfortunately, you guys didn't roll high enough, but you would not be able to do it without doing certain things.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I guess I want to get this tracker done.
Yep, I'll start doing that if that's cool. Are we doing initiative?
Yes, we have to roll initiative.
Cool.
Switching dice.
Oh, god damn it.
I like how when you made your character, you're like, I'm the initiative boy. I got big initiative.
Well, I did roll a 26 initiative.
Oh, okay.
But it's a nat 20, and I want them for cooler things, like punching things.
Oh, fair.
Because I get cool stuff when I crit punching, and I've been critting everything else.
Okay, well, they're not gonna beat that. I doubt anyone else is gonna get higher than a 26. Durrin, what'd you get?
23.
Ooh,
Nice.
got pretty close. Merrick, what'd you get?
6.
There it is.
Okay, and Merrick is a 6. Perfect. All right, so Cody, you're gonna have to give me a piloting check. So the way this chase is going to work is every round you're going to have to make a piloting check. Every now and then I'm going to give you different options. Some will be harder, some will easier, but we'll give you, risk reward kind of situation. Mm-hmm. You can forego actions on your turn to give your bonuses on your next piloting check. So If you choose to not do anything for a turn, you will get a +3.
Okay.
On your next piloting check. But if you choose to attack or do something else on your turn, you're going to take a -2 because you're distracted on your next check.
Okay.
If you fail your piloting check, everyone on the vehicle is going to be taking a -2 as you try to steady yourself.
Damn. Okay.
And then there will be things that are added as things go on. Mm-hmm. But Cody, it is your first check. So the way it's going to work is you have to see, it's a very simple check. At the start of the round, you're just trying to weave, on ramp into the lightway and merge. Yeah.
Cool. It's a 19.
Perfect. You do it incredibly. You get on the lightway and you just sort of floor it and start weaving in and out of traffic. And you see the blades go up onto the lightway as well. And you now have these 2 smaller vehicles that are coming up on your flanks, the left and right flanks, and then the larger lightly armored vehicle is directly behind you, or at least trying to keep these formation as you're weaving in and out of traffic. Cool. And now you can choose to do something, or you can choose to hold and get a bonus on your next check.
I think I'm gonna hold for sure for now.
Okay.
The others have it handled. I'm confident. So
Perfect.
I'm doing nothing.
Durrin, it is your turn.
All right. Is the captain armed? Does he look armed and good to go?
Yes, he has a gun.
All right, cool. Then I'm not going to worry about arming him. I'm going to start diving into the vehicle, maybe through the center console, and start digging through and trying to find any tracking, anything I need to disable, so that way, once we get away from them, they can't track us down.
Okay, give me a computers check.
Not an engineering check?
Actually, no, you're right. This would be an engineering check at first.
Okay. 25.
Perfect. Yeah. So you manage to open the front console, and the speed in which you're going, it just goes flying over and it's a convertible you're in currently. So it just gets launched into the road, and you manage to locate the tracking device, and it's kind of nestled into the computer systems of the car.
Do I still have the range of actions to try to disable it and remove it?
That will be your next turn.
Okay, cool.
It is now Benson's turn, and he says, "How y'all feeling? You doing all right?" And he's asking about your stamina points specifically.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Never better, Captain.
All right. And he leans over and he takes a couple shots at the thrusters of the closest vehicle, and he hits them. Good job, Captain. So the vehicle on your left, the faster one, he takes a couple shots. He's obviously very clearly trying to disable the vehicle and not hit anyone or hurt anyone. He's shooting like their thrusters and propulsions under the ship or under the car. It is the Blade's turn. And they're going to do some piloting checks. Perfect. The smaller ones begin flanking up even closer, and they're almost right beside you. They're just like one car's length behind you now. And the bigger one, you see something open on the top, and this swarm of drones pop out and begin swarming your vehicle. As they begin, you hear like, they're not really targeting something in particular. They're kind of all over, and you just hear bzz, 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 as they shoot little lasers and electricity at various parts of the car. And Cody, you feel the steering like lurch for a second, and your next roll is going to be at a -2 as these drones are attempting to disable your vehicle.
God damn it.
Merrick, it is your turn.
All right, Merrick is going to go in the photon mode as that red energy goes over him, and he's going to try to shoot down some of these drones with his pistol.
Okay.
That's a 15.
That'll hit. You don't need to roll damage. As long as you hit these things, you destroy them.
Cool.
So there are now 3 of these little drones scooting around. I will also describe your car. You're in this convertible, this sports car. It's got this nice beige leather interior. It's a car that's made in the current style or like current specs and technology, but has clearly been meant to replicate like a classic car from Earth. And it's got this really wide back, about 5 feet long on the back, like this just boat of a fucking car. And it is Cody's turn. So you're going to be taking a -2 to this roll, but you do get a +3 because you held your action, so it's just a +1.
Cool.
As you're coming up, there's an option for another ramp to take you to another part, or you can keep trying to weave and drive defensively.
I think the other ramp sounds more appropriate.
Cool. So I will say this is the harder of the 2 checks as you're crossing like 3 lanes of traffic to get to it.
Okay. Well, it would have been better if I had rolled better. That is going to be 13.
That is not enough.
Yes, 13.
As you try to cut across these 3 lanes of traffic, you end up having to slam on the brakes a little bit because there is a like minivan filled with kids beside you, and the only way you would have made it would be to cut them off, and they would have spiraled.
Oh yeah, Cody just freaks out the second he sees kids and overcorrects far too much.
Yeah, so everyone on this turn will be taking a -2 as the car kind of takes a jolt due to piloting. Durrin, it is your turn.
Yep, I'm going to try to remove the tracking device.
Yeah, it's a computer's check.
Decent roll. All right, I'm not subtracting anything yet. I have a 23, and it's a -2.
Correct.
So a 21.
You get your soaky hands in there. You feel the chip, and you just sort of pry it off with one of your claws. And on the dash, Cody, you see a little sort of like crosshair mark disappear.
Nice, and I just toss it out of the vehicle.
Perfect. Victor in the back seat says, "Cody, hold it steady. We ain't gonna be able to hit shit."
Sorry, Captain. There were kids.
And he gives you guys all +2 to attack.
Just attack?
Attack and damage.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. He doesn't have a skill check thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like waiting for the +2 to skill checks. I was like, oh, I'm going to feel so much more confident. Oops.
That's his turn, and now it's the Blades. Because you had to slow down a bit to avoid this minivan, the two cars come onto the side, and one of them, like the one on the right, cranks it hard to the left and smacks into the back half of like I said, the back half of this vehicle is the majority of it, and they're trying to fishtail you. So, Cody, you're going to have to give me a piloting check.
Okay. Do I get my +3 from not acting?
No, because you failed your piloting check this round. It's going to be a -2.
Oh shit. Okay. That is a 15 then with the -2.
15 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, sorry, 16. 16.
Well, you're still good. You feel this like heavy ass of this car start to give, and you overcorrect to make sure that you don't start fishtailing and spinning out, and you manage to repel this ram attack.
This ass attack.
This ass attack. They're attacking your ass. Merrick, it is your turn.
I'm going to keep firing on these drones. That will be a 21.
21 will do it. So that's another one. So there's now just 2 drones. So the penalty from the drones is going to go down to -1.
Nice.
You're doing great, Cody. You're doing great.
And it is your turn, Cody.
Okay. So am I taking a -3 now?
You're taking a -1.
Okay, cool.
So you have the options for you this time. Actually, I just heard you roll, so I will just give you a flat check, and then I'll give you an option for your turn.
Okay, because I can still make the options if you want.
Well, no, because you know what you roll now.
That's fair. So I was going to go with the harder one anyway. But yeah, okay. That's a 25 with the -1.
Yeah, fantastic. So you managed to...
26. I'm bad at counting today. Jesus.
So you managed to get some ground and give some distance between the two cars, but they seem to fall back anyway and are now driving in a way that no other cars can kind of get behind you. And you see the larger one, it puts down this like ramp thing in front of it, and you can hear it like revving its engine.
Any idea what that is, Captain?
He looks at you and he says, "Looks like it's gonna fucking ram you, Cody, so get out of the goddamn way." And your choice this round will be, you can keep going as usual to give yourself a +3, or you can make another piloting check to try to get out of this like bigger vehicle's line of sight.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get out of the way.
All right.
Oh, god damn it. Do I still have a -1?
Yes.
Well, how's an 11 going to do you?
That's not good. You, once again, you try to swerve into another lane, and another car kind of like goes up and blocks you, and then you're about to swerve into the other, and it's the goddamn minivan again, and you're kind of like boxed in because they're taking up this lane of traffic. All the other traffic has moved to the left and right of you, and
so
it's
Cody like takes his hands off the wheel and like is gesturing at the minivan person to like go away, just like for their safety, like please. And I guess his hands are off the wheel.
The kids are waving at you because they think they're waving back at you.
Oh no! Cody's waving even more frantically to go.
And they're waving even more frantically, like, "Hi!"
It's warming his heart, but he's so scared.
It is Durrin. It is your turn.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to disable on the car itself, or are we good?
Just sorry. By the end of my turn, I just want to be like, Captain, I can't get out. I can't get out of the way.
He looks back and says, "We'll figure something out. Otherwise, everyone brace for impact." Durrin, yes, with Cody's piloting check, you know that there's still one other safety measure, and it is like a beacon that goes off if you break the lightway. And unfortunately, this one's going to be a little more difficult. It is located on the outside of the vehicle.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's above like the wheel.
Oh, cool. Like right before we get rammed off the lightway. All right. Let me get in Durrin's frame of mind real quick. Fuck, he would do it. I will scurry over there.
All right. So you're going to be pretty much climbing over Merrick and onto essentially, I guess, the hood, or you can hang off like the mirror, but you're over the passenger side, like front wheel. So you tell me how you want to do that, and I will let you know what you need to roll to make sure it doesn't end terribly.
All right. What I could see him doing, because of course this is insanely dangerous. He would probably take off his belts and like maybe loop it around one of his sides and hand it to one of Merrick's arms.
Okay.
Before going, just to have that backup, though he doesn't have much faith in it, but it's like something a little bit. And then he's going to start like holding on to the side of the car and just start moving slowly over to where the wheel is.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh.
It's going to be very easy because Merrick is holding you steady. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Merrick, you're going to give me an athletics check.
Sure.
And Durrin, you're going to give me an acrobatics check, and we'll see what the numbers tell us.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh my God.
26 all day.
I rolled a 14, so... Oh.
Yeah. Merrick kind of instinctually just knows what's happening. He wraps his hand around, so he's got just a real solid hold on you. You feel like with Merrick's current hold, you could pretty much like free dangle. Like you wouldn't even need to brace yourself. You're that confident in his grip right now.
Merrick, I love you so much.
Oh, I love you.
I thought you said natural 1 for a second, and I was like, well, Durrin is going for a little fly.
Hey, Durrin, remember when we told you fall through the hard light?
So, yes, you are now being dangled out the car window, hanging, I guess like either sideways or upside down, looking at this sort of implanted beacon in the front of the car.
Okay. Do I have the action economy to remove it?
You have the action economy to start. It's another engineering check to start.
Okay. I just got a 20 unnatural.
Perfect. So you're able to find the panel that it rests in, and you again pop it off, and it just goes tumbling, and you look at the fall of this panel as it just, spirals down into the depths of the cube, and suddenly the gravity of the situation in which you're currently in might hit you.
Yeah. Cool. Pun intended there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It is Victor's turn, and he's going to take a shot at one of the drones. He does it, so there's only one drone left. And the blades now, so there's two vehicles behind you. They now part as they allow room for this larger one to just come and rear end the back of your vehicle. Cody, you're going to have to give me a pilot check.
Oh, God.
Hey, let me tell you right now, don't roll a 1.
Don't fucking put that on me.
I want content, baby.
Oh
my
that
God.
That was very close to being a 1. Now, do I have a plus? Do I have minuses?
You have a -1 right now.
God damn it. That's a 13.
That's not enough.
Yeah, that's not great.
You feel the back end of the car lift up for a second, and then it drops down as the ramp that it had put down now has its kind of hooks underneath the vehicle, and you guys are now attached. And I'm going to need Merrick to give me a athletics check, please.
All right.
Please don't drop me.
I'm sorry, boys. I rolled a 7.
That's going to be a 13.
Durrin, you feel a sudden jolt as you drop about an inch as Merrick's grip weakens a little bit.
Okay.
And it is Merrick. Merrick, it is your turn. There is one drone left, and you are now like attached by the bottom. These like hooks have now set into the like rear part of the car, and the larger like tankier one is now attached to you at the back.
Is there a weak spot? Like, can I find like something that I could shoot that the car might let go of us?
You would have to give me an engineering check for that.
Oh, I can't. I will shoot the last drone to get that problem over with for now.
Okay.
Please.
That's going to be a 13.
Cool. That will be enough. As you destroyed the last drone, Cody, you feel the steering column has stopped sort of like jerking and tugging, and you now have like the full range of motion as which you can. Unfortunately, you are hooked to this fucking vehicle beside you, but you feel like a little bit more control has been given back to you, and it is your turn.
Okay. I assume I don't need to drive right now if we're hooked in, right? Like, I assume I can't turn.
You can't turn, but you do need to give me a pilot check to make sure this thing doesn't like completely steamroll you.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a 9.
Yeah, not great. As you feel the other two are now getting into like a box position. So you're now completely hooked on from behind, and there are now 2 cars pretty much matching speed with you on either side.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
Fuck! I don't want to not act because I feel like we need to do something, but I also really want that +3 because I'm rolling like shit.
It's your call, baby.
I'm gonna. Do I know can I do a piloting check to figure out like how much damage it takes to like send one of these things like off the track or spiraling or whatever? You know what?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 9.
No, you don't know.
I'm just gonna keep driving, Captain.
Yeah, well, maybe do a better job. You said you could drive one of these things, and right now we are in Schitt's Creek.
Cody just kind of like cringes, but he's not gonna do anything else right now.
All right, it is Durrin. It's your turn. You are now kind of much less confident in Merrick's hold on you, and you now have these 2 Blades vehicles on either or like on your side, and a window rolls down, and one of them he's holding like a taser, and it like buzzes with electricity, or a baton rather.
Oh shit. It's definitely not safe to even stay where I am right now. Guess we're not disabling that for a moment. I don't see it happening. Yeah, I'll scurry back into the car. There's no way I can disable it in this current situation.
All right, I'm going to need Merrick to give an athletics check, and Durrin, you're going to have to give me an acrobatics check.
Unnatural 20.
A 12.
Merrick, you were really confident, and I think the current situation has distracted you, and you let go of the strap. And
oh no.
Durrin, you're going to have to give me a reflex save.
Oh, come on. Oh my god.
Can I try to grab the strap?
You're on the other side of the vehicle.
I have long arms.
It's a 10.
He was there a second ago, and suddenly he's not there anymore as Durrin begins free falling off the vehicle, and you see him in your rearview mirror just falling through the lightway.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
Man, we're really like our rolls this session have been absolute trash.
Durrin, I'm going to need you to give me you're going to roll a flat D20.
Okay.
1 to 10, something bad happens.
Okay.
11 to 20, something good happens. I'm going to put good in quotation marks. Because you are currently free falling through several lanes of traffic.
I'm actually video recording this roll for funsies.
Is there like what's below? Is there like endless void? Is there like, the concourse of the cube? Are there like, if things go real bad and he hits the ground, what is he hitting?
He's like the engines.
Oh, of the cube?
Yes.
Damn.
So like you guys are currently in the open air, like part of the atrium where the lightway takes up residence, and it is just a drop down into the guts of the cube.
Classic.
We've done very bad at this.
That was such a stupid thing for me to do. I wasn't expecting us to get boxed in like that, but all right. I'm recording this one for funsies.
Okay.
9.
No. Oh no. You are free falling, Durrin, and for a second you think this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hit something.
Okay.
Roll D4 for me. This will be how
3.
many? Okay, so you fell 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're going to take 7 points of falling damage.
Okay, there goes all my stamina.
And for a second, you think you've been saved. A stroke of luck. While it hurt like fucking hell, you're not falling anymore. But you open your eyes and you realize you're in the back of a Blades personnel car. And there are now 2 stalwart Blade interceptors looking at you, and they whip out their batons and they say, "Looks like we've just been delivered a present."